Hello everyone, and welcome to Sunday. Today, we went out and grabbed some lunch and came back and decided to play the Pathfinder Adventure Card Game. I had thought maybe we had played it with Emile and Masae at some point. I guess we didn't, so we set it all up. We're not having the easiest time getting through this, but fortunately, we've got a very strong person on our team, and that's Masae, who's playing the role of the barbarian, who is the strong person, and on the last turn around, we came across one of the bandit henchmen, which is one of the key people we need to defeat. And she couldn't quite do it, but she didn't really have all of her weapons at that point. Then it was Emile's turn, who is a monk who is trained in martial arts, and he also couldn't do it. But this time was the time. We came back to Masae, and she decided instead of just attacking with her sword, she would throw it, which gives her additional damage. All she has to do is roll a d12 and 2 d6s and hit... What, 5?
8 damage.
8, but she also has +2.
Yeah, and there's also a -1 per die in play, because the location.
Anyway, somehow, rolling a d12 and 2d6, she did roll 1s. Straight 1s. And because we subtract 1 per die at this location, she rolled 0. And I just don't know how...
So, I calculated this, and the chances of rolling a 0 in this situation is 1 in 432.
I hate this.
Now, it should be noted that on Emile's turn, you recharged 2 blessings, so Emile also had an insanely high chance and also could not hit 8.
But this is the worst thing so far.
I mean, yes, but it could get worse. It's kind of bad because I thought for sure that by this point we'd have that location closed.
And you said we're playing as the 2 strongest characters.
Yeah, you are. You know, you just don't know what's going to come along. Hey, on the bright side, look at all the other swords you can throw.
Look at how much health that I have.
Yeah.
4 health.
You can only discard
I'm
4
down to
more.
like 3 health.
Oh, you're gonna have to discard the Oh my god, you discard your whole hand because the difference was 8. So...
Do we have a healer in the house? We might need a...
I didn't even think about that.
Hey.
So you just draw the rest of your deck.
You're not dead because you didn't draw and not have something to draw, so you're still alive, but
Can't you move at the end of your turn? Yes.
She can.
She has the
Yeah.
Move
ability.
to Lindsay. Yeah, come get me.
It's okay, I'll handle it.
Lindsay's Kira.
I think the saddest part is it's Emile's turn, but there's still no guarantee that he'll kill the bandit either.
All right,
So
well, here, I guess it's my turn because he discarded, so let's try.
please, Lord.
Okay, so let's add 1 die to my check. I can do a dexterity check, which is my better chance, d10. So I'm going to just recharge these at the bottom of my deck. And then we'll go -1. 0. 10. Oh god, okay. That scared me. That's a 9, and then just for posterity. Okay, that's 13. And, whoa.
So you only had to hit 8, right?
Yeah.
So you did it on your first die roll.
14, yeah. Alright, so he's dead, and that closes the location.
Take it.
The duality of man.
I hate this.
It's time for Masae's redemption story. She's encountered the bandit again. But this time, there won't be once. This time is the time.
Redeem yourself.
Redeem yourself!
Need an 8.
Warrior, barbarian, get the hint. She did it! She did it!
Thank God!
She did it. She got there.
It's
See?
dead.
You did it!
You didn't even need me to kill
to
Steel.
the part about Bavarian? What was that from?
I might have meant to say barbarian,
Okay.
and then I got to Bavarian.
You just really want some donuts.
So we're doing the very last villain battle here. Everything is temp closed, which means that after he gets defeated, he can't escape if he gets defeated. And
I
then-
just want to say, one location is temp closed because we have
Permanently.
successfully permanently closed the remaining locations.
And so
Yeah.
Steven revealed him. So
he was hiding in that cave.
also the current thing is if people do something that affects this, that Steven gets double dice.
Yeah, every turn you have a random blessing that it could be anything, and it just so happens on my turn, the magic user, that it's the magic blessing, which means that all of the effects are doubled. So when people choose to help me with their cards, instead of giving me 1 additional dice, they give me 2, which is why I've wound up with this crazy nonsense. So I've got 5 D12s, 2 D4s, and I add 2. I only have to hit 10.
You could still fail it, though.
We could still fail.
I could still fail it. If I roll 1s on all of these with 2, it would be 9.
Boy, that would suck if that happened.
Seems unlikely, but like,
However,
Anything but a 1 on any of these will do it.
But if I mean, realistically, if I rolled a 1 on all of these, like I should play the lottery or something. kind of nonsense. Okay, Jabrail, it's been a long journey finding you, hiding in this
Do you
cave.
want a drum roll?
He ran twice, right? All right, what am I casting? Acid arrow. Acid arrow. Ah. Oh, that's
What a surprise!
There's an 11 in here, which kills him outright before we even look at the other like
There's
several
a 4
dice.
on
That
this
was
one.
20,
Yeah.
22,
Where's the other dice?
25, 27. That's 36. That's 42. That's 46. That's 52.
Emile's just grabbing other dice.
35.
And then 2 is
38. That's 40 damage.
40 damage.
You did
Someone
40?
basically got vaporized.
4 times
400% of the necessary.
So he got obliterated.
4 times over.
You shot him with so
And
much
we won.
poison that he just.
Did it. We got a little close to death on 2 different occasions because Masae got very close to death. Our cleric healed her. We also almost ran out of blessings.
Sister of Bridget.
But
And
our
Lindsay did
cleric
that
healed
again.
the blessings.
Yeah.
So really, our cleric.
Lindsay
saved us.
MVP.
The poison was so acidic that it melted him.
Sister of Bridget.
Cool. And then for winning that, because we won the scenario, each character gets 1 random item from the box.
Wow.
It could be anything. It could be garbage.
Well, come on, Mick, with the garbage.
Good to see you all. Welcome back.
Oh, yes.
How you doing there? You know?
Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome.
He's a good boy, Rocco. Masae does photo sessions with all the pets. He's a good one. For dinner tonight, we came over to eat with my parents. Also, I think I may have mentioned yesterday we were going to go to Wilmington today. We ended up not doing that because we realized we were only going up to the card shop, and the card shop doesn't have cards to like look through. You just order them and then you pick them up. And we're like, oh, it doesn't make sense to actually do that. So Emile just looked at the cards online
And ordered them to my house.
because shipping is like $1.
It was actually free because I ordered enough cards to get the shipping wave, so it actually, like, it was less money than, like, we would have spent going there. Now that we don't have to do gas.
So it didn't make any sense, so we just skipped that, and Emile still got to get the Pokemon cards, so that worked out. But we're over here, we're having some pizza, probably arguably too much pizza. The Packers game is also on, and they're not doing super hot. Whenever we were at Dan and Lindsay's, I had made the comment about, like, I hope the Packers do poorly, so there will create some drama, because they're always so good. But today they are doing poorly, and I don't have strong ties to any football teams, but the one I would have the most strong ties to is, I guess, the Packers and the Panthers, but probably the Packers more. And I'm like, well, come on, Pack, go. But it's like 0-20, and I'm like, it's not looking good right now. Also, a lot of people haven't gotten a chance to see the new, den. So people are seeing it for the first time, and they're starting to put some decorations up in here too, which is nice.
Here's the heater vent we found.
Oh, I don't think I ever talked about that.
No.
Oh, I should have mentioned that.
So the guys, they go through the thing and I'll install it.
That's amazing. Okay, so when my parents moved in, they only ever had one vent in this room. Like for 22 years, they only had one vent, and they always suspected.
Because it's the biggest room in the house.
It's the biggest room in the house, and they always suspected that there was probably another vent somewhere, but it was covered by carpet, but they weren't sure. So when they were here and they tore up the carpet, they said, yeah, the vent is here. So whenever they built the house, for whatever reason, the space for the vent was there, but they covered it with carpet, so they've never had a functional vent, which is crazy.
It was functional.
Yeah, but it was covered with carpet, that's what I mean.
and we didn't know. We thought maybe it wasn't hooked up. And
But it
so,
was.
Yeah, I told Steve, I says, if it's hooked up, we should use it. If it's not hooked up, I guess there's no point. But they said
Yeah.
it's hooked up.
So yeah, whenever they put the new flooring in here, they installed the vent, and now for the first time ever,
There's one here, and there's one
there's one over there.
So hopefully it'll get warm enough and cool enough.
Yeah, I don't think I had told that story, but that's crazy. The fact that when you moved in here, you were like, huh, wasn't there supposed to be 2 vents? And no, they covered it.
And you know, I'd be sitting on this end of the couch, and every little bit I would tell your dad that I felt cold air blowing up my legs, and he said, you're crazy, there is no cold air. Well, that vent was probably lifting up the carpet and coming under the carpet, and
Probably,
that's probably
yeah.
why I was feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he says, sir, you're not feeling cold air. And I go, well, there's cold air blowing up my legs. Shouldn't have done that.
You say that to everyone.
You do say that to everybody.
Yeah, earlier.
It's true.
Earlier, I was just all like, "Honey, no!" Like we were talking about the TV.
He was doing a really good Deb impression.
What was the actual thing I said? It wasn't honey, no. It was
You said darling.
Darling,
and I was
no.
like, my mother's definitely never said darling, but I love that you said that.
darling,
Maybe
no.
I'll start. Oh my goodness. Well, I've already spilled my plate, so why not the water too? Huh? Oh my goodness. A robot vacuum sweeper.
gosh.
Nice. Oh my goodness, that is amazing.
For your new wooden floors.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking that like technology that would be very helpful to you would be a kind of a cool way to go, kind of in line with last year.
You guys are too much. Thank you. That is so sweet and so soft. Well, you shouldn't have done that though.
She is always like this, isn't she?
Honey, darling.
Honey, darling.
Darling, you shouldn't have done this.
Oh, darling. Oh, darling, you know you deserved it.
That is amazing. I know they have one over there where and how that thing goes on the floor. I've always been fascinated by that.
So you activate it with your cell phone.
Oh, what?
Where you can tell it to clean while you're out. You can set an automatic time every day that it'll vacuum, and you just empty the tank when it's done, or you get it unstuck from stuff when it's stuck.
And it works with your friend on the counter.
Yes. You can
You can
tell
tell her to set it and go.
you can tell Alexa to vacuum the house.
Oh my goodness. Technology is...
All of the gifts that Emile gives you interacts with every other gift Emile gives you.
maybe that'll be what I think of for next year.
That is really neat. That is a great idea for the floor. I never even thought about that. For
Yeah.
the floor. Because I said to him about, he's always been the vacuum person. And he's always liked vacuuming.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I says, no, you can't run that big thing over the floor because you'll probably scratch the floor, a big vacuum sweeper.
Yeah, and just wooden floors are like terrible to keep clean on your own because
Yes,
like
especially when you have a
everything
pet.
shows.
Yeah, when you have a pet, you get that fur. Well, thank you so much. That will be really nice to try over there on that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was gonna try to have
Did you feel the thunk on the table?
Yeah, it was just like after Objection in Phoenix, right?
this one you could. So make 2 of them, and then if you want to pop one in the freezer.
Oh, thank you.
I was hoping to get one done so you would have had one over there to eat, and then I was going to give it to you to take home, and I didn't get a chance to do that. So
Your banana confectionaries are always delightful.
When you made some of the banana bread at Colosseum, like Masae just took one. She was like, "This is for me."
She took one of the loaves. It was replaced like the next day, so
It was great.
All right, bye.
Now, the Colosseum food last year was like fantastic. Like, again, I have to thank you for bringing stuff over. I thank Mal for cooking for a party of like 25. Like, it was actually cooking for an army.
It worked out well.
Yeah.
that's why I told him. I says, I hope you all have it here this year so I can actually, do that. Some of the same things because I enjoy doing that kind of stuff.
When we were trying to plan out where to have it and like what places we should look at, Steven was just like, well, if it's in Myrtle Beach, then...
I was like, my mom will make sweets.
My mom will make sweets! So it was like...
Darling. Darling, my mother.
I guess your name's Dahlia now.
So we had a good evening with my parents. It was good. I mean, I know they were excited to see you guys. I can definitely speak on their behalf.
I'm such a genuine mom.
She's very sweet.
She's wonderful. We came back and Emile had never seen anything from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Because we'd been talking about it earlier, and we're like, okay, you got to see this show. Also, my mom gave him banana bread.
Why do you have his mom's buns?
Anyway, so Whose Line? Emile finally got to experience Whose Line, and Masae had never actually seen a full episode, so we watched a full episode. And then watched a few additional clips, and I'm glad we got to show it to you. Because it's something that I grew up with and was really important to me, like in high school, and I've seen a lot of it. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here, because this is starting to get late, but I realized that the entire time that you guys have been here, Emile, I have not actually let you end the vlog. And I think I'd have a lot of people angry at me if I didn't let you end the vlog at least one time while you were here. So I will let you take it away in however way you see fit.
Exiled reindeer, hey, that's a lot of beef. For I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee.
Hey, that's a lot of beef.